another. So again, I was meandering through Indigo, and I saw this modern Nirvana oracle, and it's meant to awaken your intuition and deepen your awareness, which is why I like things that cause me to self-excavate. So this is the box, 50 cards in a guidebook. All right. And it says here, open your mind, spirit to new realms of perspective. Explore ancient philosophy for our modern lives in this guide for self-inquiry and empowerment through life's transitions with breathwork, meditations, and mantras designed to inspire new levels of awareness. Offering clarity around the gradients of love, loss, levity, and each chapter of the human experience. This powerful deck will help you tap into. This is the box. It comes with a guidebook, and it has the colored pictures of the cards inside. And the meanings, I find them to be pretty deep. Like if you want to go deep, you can really go deep. The beginning here, it tells you how to. You have your own container. Yeah. It tells you, different spreads that you can do, which seem to be pretty typical, but there's like a fifth element one. There is, excuse me, the noble truth. There is the okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a flip through. You can see this deck and see if this is something that you would consider getting for yourself. Okay. All right. So I'm going to try and zoom in. No, it's okay, babe. You can have it. That's your lunch, right? Yeah. You can have it. I'm going to have a salad. All right, people. So the first card is awareness, abundance, and I really like a lot of these little things that look like pearls, right? There's assertiveness. That's interesting. Why would they use that image for assertiveness? Hold on. Let's see what it says. We're going to skim it. One is never afraid of the unknown. One is afraid of the known coming to an end. Wow. It says here that you might be diminishing your light out of fear that you may burn to. Wow, this is like an eclipse, like it's a reminder not to eclipse yourself. It's safe for me to be assertive. I trust that my needs will be met and my voice will be heard. It says if you pull this card, it is here to remind you that assertiveness is not to be feared, but instead to be integrated, lived, and appreciated, like an invisible safety net to protect you from the unexpected or when you think you may fall. That's beautiful. That's really nice, actually. Then this is authentic expression. And this is what I mean. Like it kind of feels in a way like these abstract symbols, which remind me of the blind spot deck that I did a review on. This boat is about managing your emotions and not being tossed to and from on them, but rather finding a balance, meaning you can have a good day. I mean, every day could be a good day. Honestly, it could. If you so purpose, if you so choose, if you allow yourself not to be blown to and fro by either the wall, the connection. Connection card, really nice. Wow. Because you get it, right? That there's a tethering that's taking place here. This is compassion. I'm going to take a quick look. How did they get compassion out of that? Because to be very honest, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. All right, compassion. Let's see. It says here compassion is an action word with. I'm going to try and skip through. Move forward with compassion and continue to radiate love and kindness to all that you meet and are met with. You may begin to the subtle changes in your heart, mind, and spirit through the love you extend and subsequently magnetize. Take note of how this energy finds its way back into your spiritual center and how your empathy and compassion continue to expand with warm awareness. I have to be very honest, I would never get that looking at this symbol. Ah, I love that word, discernment. Knowing what is for you and what isn't for you, and looking beyond just what a situation is, beyond what somebody shows you. That's seeing more into the situation, not just using your physical eye, but your spiritual eye as well. Deja vu. It's like repeating something that has happened. Deja vu. Ecstasy. Equanimity. Okay, Google, what does equanimity mean?
Equanimity is used as a noun to mean mental calmness, composure, and evenness of temper, especially in a difficult situation, similarly to level-headedness and self-possession.
Okay, so
Want to hear equanimity used in an example?
No, thank you. So equanimity, even-tempered. I want that. Okay, Google, no, thank you. This is emptiness. Emotions. This feels to me like this is a jellyfish, which would make sense. Submerged in emotions. There's so much feeling everything with the tentacles. That's a nice illustration. Then there's forgiveness. Ooh, freeing yourself, leaving behind what doesn't serve you, shucking off the last, pieces of dust, only carrying with you what you need. I love that. That's beautiful. I'm also getting like not making a mountain out of a molehill, right? Like relieving your emotion. That's great. Friction. Why would that be friction? Let's take a quick look at it. We're going to just, if you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? Is what it says. So friction is necessary. Friction is necessary. Of the soul through lessons and living on a quest towards enlightenment. Nicely done. There's gratitude, greatness, harmony. And to me, harmony requires a level of balance here, right? Really nice. Intention. Involution. So inward evolution. Initiation. Are these double I's? Do you see that? For the know thyself. Really? That's curious. I gotta look that up. Know thyself. H-I-J-K. Know thyself. You're not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. It says, I am precious drop of life. That's the abundance of my life in motion. It says, take the time to get to know your true being and trust that the answers are within you. This true you is not influenced by the constructs of human conditioning and is always ready to be present. Knowing this true you will bring you closer to infinite consciousness by reminding you that you are part of a much bigger energy that it's having a conversation with. Here's kindness. Kintsugi or sugi. I believe it's supposed to be Japanese art. When something is broken, you fix the pieces, you refine it with metal. So you can see there's a crack here. They don't just disregard it. They believe there's beauty in the brokenness. The Mask. This is modern. Nirvana. Every time I see this card, I think of the group. Kurt Cobain. This is nourishment. What I love about this is a pouring in. This almost feels like community. Or, you know what this is? Help to nourish the plant. Is this not recording? Okay, it's picked back up again. This is one. Protection. Perception. How you see a situation. Interesting, because I did buy some orchids, so that's interesting. I'm going to take the time. Prism. Rebirth. Reciprocity. Rose Phoenix. Resolution. This has to deal with your shadow. And I love that, right? And this card, if I remember correctly, it speaks about, as much as, we talk about all this healing that we're trying to do and we're trying to move from the dark side to the light side, I've really come to believe that that's actually not accurate. What you come to help come. So it's not a one-sided victory. Like both pieces, let's call it, are required. So that's really interesting. Then we have resistance. And what I like about this resistance card, I don't know if you could see it, but do you see the strings? I don't know if you remember, but when I was a kid, there was a thing you put strings and you would like do all these, back and forth with it. And that reminds me of that time, these strings and the resistance and trying to find balance in it. There's also the reflection. And isn't that nice? That's a woman or a person looking in the mirror, seeing. There is the physical part of the reflection, which is the mirror, but then let's call this the spiritual or your spiritual eyes. And it might be showing you something completely different. This is squaring the circle. This. Strength. That's interesting for strength. I almost feel like they're carrying a lot mentally when I see that. And then there's transcendence. And when I see this card, it reminds me of Lady Gaga. There are your teachers. And then there is weightlessness. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shuffle this deck and let you know what I think of it. Hold on. Can I? Yeah, let's. It's not bad. Okay, question on. Okay, you're just going to tell me what the topic is then. Look at that. I just finished talking about reflection. Ooh, and direction. All right, so let's see what these cards mean. And I'm going to read them to you so that you can get a sense of element of PQRS, PQR, reflection. Get a sense of whether or not you are digging the meanings of these cards. So right here, these are the two cards that I've pulled for you. There's reflection and direction. I'm getting that there's something that's being shown to you, and what is reflecting back to you is going to give you the insight, the answers, and the direction that you need in order to move forward in whatever capacity it's supposed to be, okay? So let's look at reflection. It says here, for those who have an intense urge for spirit and wisdom, it sits near them waiting. Everything you see, everything is a reflection of your inner world, your thoughts and your intentions. What if ancient sages were right and you could change your outer world simply by changing your inner world? That's that as within, as without, okay? What are your beliefs about money? Does it come easily and effortlessly, or is there never enough and it's always lacking? And how do you feel about the world? Is it safe and peaceful, and loving, or is it scary and dangerous? How do you feel about others in general? Are you open to meeting new friends and exploring the potential for beautiful new relationships? Or are you cynical, critical, pessimistic, and constantly placing judgment on the minutiae? How do you feel? Period. It's saying here that you need to ask yourself who you really are, what do you really want, what are you avoiding, what are you afraid of, what are you grateful for in this life, and what are your gifts that you would like to share with the world? You're being asked these questions because oftentimes we tend to ignore them and we don't want to deep dive because it causes us to be uncomfortable. Oh, whoever gave me the thumbs up, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. It really, really does. Right? Um, that you're being called to confront your inner person, right? To dig deeper, to ask more questions, to do some excavation. Go beyond the physical, go beyond what is being presented and get to the root of who you are, to learn more about who you are. And in doing so, I feel that that'll give you the direction for what it is that you need to do. So now let's look up what they have to say about direction, okay? And I'm just going to pull out the highlights simply to give you an idea as to the write-ups that the author of this deck gives and see if that resonates with you. So for here for direction, it says, your heart knows the way. Run in that direction. I think that's beautiful because sometimes society can reflect to us what it's telling us we should do, and it's not what we should be doing at all. It's not for us. So there's a call for you to trust your inner person, to utilize your discernment, not just to look at a situation, but to go beyond, to go deeper, to call in your higher self in order to give you the direction that you need. Because sometimes life will reflect to you what it is that you need to do. Be it in a situation, a person, a circumstance, a place, your emotions, all of those things are meant to help guide you. Okay, enough of me. Let's get back to the book. It says, navigating the waters of life can often be a daunting task. And when we think we can do no wrong, experiences pop up and make us question the understanding, which is why the reflection is needed. So as long as you're heading in the direction of your true purpose, a purpose that is higher than yourself, it's wonderful that these two cards came out side by side. I just want to say that to you. A purpose that is higher than yourself and benefits mankind. Because here it asks you, what is it that you want to share with the world? Then you are walking in the right direction that supports, and support is on the way. It's saying that trust that you're moving in accordance with the source of all things, all things. Understand that all things work together. All things work together for your benefit. So what is being reflected in your life that you need to pay attention to that will send you in the right direction for what it is that you need to do? It says to trust that the missteps, this is important. I want you to trust that the missteps are only detours to make the right path possible. So that you like they're detours and they're going to bring you back. They're going to bring you back. It's making the right step, the right path impossible to avoid. There's this saying that, man's rejection, right? So there's something you want, a person, a job, a circumstance, a situation. You're hoping something's going to turn out. No, baby. Because man, the rejection of humankind, when people reject you, right? That is God's way of protecting you and redirecting you. And I say that wholeheartedly because I've lived it many a time. And sometimes the thing that we think that we want when we look at it is not the thing that we need when you lift behind the veil. When you start looking at something very closely, you realize, this is not for me. And if you're fortunate enough, you will be redirected. It says, regardless of how uncomfortable the road is, how high the waters are, or how hot the flames along the path are, walk forward in conviction, passion, and trust. Your mantra here is that I'm heading in the right direction and fully trust the path ahead. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous that these came out. So what I would say is they're not, gilded on the side or anything. What I like about them is the imagery. Most of it is easy to get. When you get into abstract stuff like this, I would never, ever look at this and think this means equanimity. Never. It just wouldn't happen, right? But the meanings, the write-ups are deep. They do cause you to, look at yourself, question a certain situation, look at things from a different perspective, and that is beautiful. And that is why I got this deck. So I'm going to close off here. Let me know in the comments if this is a deck that you'd be interested in, if you think you're going to get it, not going to get it. If so, why and why not? And which one is actually your favorite card. I think my favorite, honestly, was the one with the vessels, those vases pouring into one another, because I just saw that really what this is chakras aligning and you pouring into yourself and providing the nourishment for your chakras to actually grow and for you to be in tune with yourself. And that your cup, your vase, it runneth over. Self-nourishment. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.